Hey everyone, Matt from MKRC, and today I'm going to be doing some repairs on my X-Maxx. As you can see here, something's not quite right. So let's get this thrown up on the workbench, take it apart, and get it fixed. Here we are up on the workbench. The story goes that I was out driving in a parking lot and it's going pretty quick, and the curb just came out of nowhere. No fault of the X-Maxx for braking. I hit the curb against this wheel. This is the passenger side rear, and it broke the knuckle and bent the axle. To start, I'm just going to remove this fastener that's holding on the wheel. This is a 17mm nut. You can use any socket you'd like, but this Traxxas one is specially keyed for this. I'm going to pull the wheel off. With the wheel off, we can get a lot better look at what actually happened. So this is a control arm. There's an upper and a lower control arm, and they move with the suspension. And so when I hit the curb, I sheared this piece, which is attached to the knuckle. And now I can see the outer and the inner bearing, and as well as my broken piece. It also bent the axle pretty good. So I'll probably pull this off and keep it as a spare and straighten it back out. But for the sake of these cups right here, I would prefer to replace it so that I'm not wearing them out prematurely. First thing to do is to take off this C-clip or horseshoe clip. These have a tendency to fly across the room and get lost in the nether. So I'm going to do my best to keep it contained. Just have to start by getting it free, like so. And I put my thumb on top of it, and off it comes. After removing that horseshoe clip, I'm able to just pull this off. We call this the hex in RC cars because it is a hexagonal shape, and it's what the wheel actually attaches to. So when you look inside the wheel, you have that same shape that this sits inside, and that's what keeps this in place and is able to apply the power. Once that is removed, I can just pull this drive shaft right out. I'm going to use it to pop out the bearing as well. We'll pull off the other bearing. Now I'm going to remove two fasteners from here and get this piece replaced. On the side of each of the control arms, there's a 2mm fastener. And with a little bit of wiggling left and right, I should be able to grab the pin, slide that right out to the control arm. There's a hole, and you can use it to push the pin out. So I'll push on that, grab it, wiggle. With the truck out of the way, I can begin the process of replacing this bent axle. As you can see here on the workbench, it's not exactly flat, and this new replacement one is. This is a Traxxas 7750X, just a stock Traxxas replacement part. On this piece, we just push the pin out, like so. Make sure to not lose that. I can then pull that off, move this off to the side, slide that through, just like so. Back into place. And put the pin through. Just like that, it is reattached. You can see this collar right here. Pin doesn't fall out because the bearing holds the pin in place. Just like so. There's an up-close shot of the carnage. Impact snapped this right off. So the stock Traxxas replacement that I received was not adequate. Turns out that the X-Maxx 8S has larger inner bearings. So I went ahead and ordered up this part from RPM. RPM makes stronger plastic composite parts, which is really great, and I'm excited to get these thrown on here. And so this RPM kit comes with new inner bearings. I'm curious to see if these stock inner bearings fit. So if I pop this in, looks like they do fit. So since that is the case, I'm going to leave the stock inner bearings in place and worry about that another time. So put that back on, slide pin through, slide that in place. Put the upper pin through. Put the other bearing into place. Final piece to this is we're going to put the hex back on. That just slides right over. And then there is this horseshoe C-clip that snaps back into place. Just like so. Put the nut back on, like so, and snug that down. And then real quick, I'm going to repeat the process for the other side so I can get this thing out and do some bashing today. Oh, and of course, we can't forget the RPM sticker that needs to go over there.
And he made it. Dude, that thing is just ripping.
That's
Do your run. Oh! Oh, tumble wumble.
tumble wumble.
Get down there.
Just gun it.
Another 100.
Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed the video. I'd like to ask for some constructive criticism. If you could please leave your comment below on what you prefer to see, whether that be repair videos or running videos. I'd really like to know. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe, and share, and thanks for watching.